You need to demonstrate the fuck what you're talking about, and then you can make me look stupid, and then I can actually have to be forced to admit that I was wrong and that you were right. I would be like, yo, I will right here, right now. This second, I will stop streaming. I will apologize to every single fucking Christian in the world. Every single Christian on the planet Earth. I will make a video to every single Christian on this planet. I will spend the rest of my life recording an apology video to every single Christian. I mean personalized, talking to you, using your name, to you, addressed to you, to say, you know what, you were right. I was fucking wrong as hell. I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. You did, so let me take back what the fuck I said, because clearly that will never happen. Not because I'm just declaring it, but because y'all have had more than enough time. Y'all have had way the fuck more than enough time. Literally 1,000 years. And 100% of the time that y'all make these claims that Jesus is coming back, or the revelations, or the rapture, or whatever the fuck y'all be talking about is supposed to happen, it never happens. Not one time. Not one single time. Every single time. 100% of the time y'all make a claim. Oh, this is going to happen on this date. The date come and goes. The date comes and goes, and then y'all are left sitting there like the fucking goofies that y'all look like. And I can't stand it. Look, I am a former Christian myself. I understand how people fall into these ideas, but see, because I actually cared about whether or not what I believe was true, I end up realizing that this shit doesn't make any sense. When you see these type of stories, there is no fucking way in hell you could tell yourself that you're a good person, but you also are protecting these fucking weirdos. That you're protecting these institutions where this weirdo behavior occurs constantly. It's not like, oh, it's like a few bad apples. This is every fucking day. Like I said, we haven't even looked at today's news. We haven't looked at today's news. And the sad part about this is that I know that I'm probably going to find something new from today. Probably some shit that just dropped like 2 minutes ago while we were sitting here talking about this shit, because that's how common this behavior is. And that's why we need to be really real and serious about having real conversations about these topics, about paraphilias, about how common they are, about how so many fucking people engage in all these different types of behaviors and have all these different proclivities that nobody knows about, that most people are not taught about, because we don't talk about it, because we have this puritanical society that doesn't want to talk about it. But at the same time, these Puritans, the people that claim to be Puritans, also want to purely be weird and want to allow themselves to be weird so that nobody actually criticizes them for their weirdness. But see, that's why we got to have conversations about, oh, they want to fucking be so big about eradicating porn. We don't want any porn, but they want to rape kids. I don't understand it. I'm like, wait, y'all want to fucking block all these porn apps, right? And that's whatever. Like, I don't have... If you don't want to watch enjoy porn, that's fine. But it's like, I find it really strange that the same groups that are like totally against porn are like somehow working to protect child predators. Like, that's so weird that these people would be like, yo, porn is really bad, but child sex slavery or whatever, trafficking, fucking rape, and all that type, that's totally fine. We're going to help protect the weirdos who engage in that behavior. I just don't understand it. So let's just finish this video. Let's just finish.
Is the money for him? They wrote letters to the judge.
For his defense.
For his defense.
Back in Houston,
for his
Chi Alpha
defense.
members continued bringing young men and boys to see Zavala. Over the next decade, at least 6 people alerted the Assemblies of God that Chi Alpha was exposing young people to a sex offender. NBC News found emails and phone calls were dismissed or ignored.
No
in
shit.
2023, Blooming-Kemper launched his online forum.
Story after story of people saying, I told, they did nothing.
It was the forum that changed everything for Stephen and Jessica Holt.
I call my husband and say, I think that this is Papa Daniel, and if it is, our son has been to his house.
Their son, a minor we're not naming, was just 13 when he was introduced to Zavala through their former church. Years after that conviction in Alaska, the Holts thought it was an honor.
Daniel was Jesus, Moses, Daniel, Papa Daniel.
The holiest man on earth.
But they say Zavala used that persona to groom victims and normalize abuse. They say 4 Chi Alpha members trained by Zavala abused their boy.
The guys were pulling their penises out in a circle, encouraging our son to do the same. They would put his head in their crotch and make sexual sounds.
Jesus
Why do you
Christ.
think these men who are accused were able to abuse your son over?
Arrested them. And they had phrases of nudity is unity. Everyone does this. It's normal.
Zavala says much the same thing in that 2023 confession tape he made with a lawyer obtained by NBC News. It's unclear why he made the video.
I would say, oh, this is natural, this is fun, and I won't tell anybody.
In that video, he says the church had no idea what he was doing. Savala is in jail, facing criminal charges, but has not entered a plea. His lawyers did not respond to a request for comment. 6 of Savala's proteges are also charged with sexual abuse. The Holts sued the Assemblies of God for negligence and settled for an undisclosed sum. The Assemblies of God says they were heartbroken to hear allegations against Savala, pain his reported actions caused, saying they're doing everything we can to help.
What do you want to see from the Assemblies of God now?
I want to see them release all the reports and take full responsibility. We knew he was a registered sex offender, and we didn't do enough, and we're sorry.
An apology is what many say they're waiting for.
In 2023, the Assemblies of God did an internal investigation into the alleged abuse. Accusers like Joseph Cleveland, who you just saw in our story, say the Assemblies of God hasn't made enough changes. They are urging the church to release a report on that investigation. Meanwhile, Daniel Savala is awaiting trial. At least 10 people have accused him of sexual misconduct in criminal filings, lawsuits, and signed statements.
Yeah, man. Oh, look. Did he? You. Fam, I'm sick of this shit. And it's like, look, it's I'm finding it very difficult, honestly. Like look, I'm a former Christian, so I get how people get roped into this stuff. So I'm not blaming people for getting caught up in it, because I get it. I understand when you're an ignorant person, when you are literally just not knowing enough about reality, and you come across these ideas that are promoted everywhere, that are celebrated everywhere, you become a part of it because you want to belong. And I get it. It's not lost on me that people want to belong to community, but why would you want to belong to that community where that could happen? It's very difficult for me to not say that we should put responsibility on some of the parents, man, including those parents, because it's 2026, fam. It's not 2026 BC. It's 2026 AD. These are stories that get released, that get covered nearly every single day. Matter of fact, I'm about to see if there are stories from today, because 9 times out of 10, there will be stories from today, because this shit is so common. It's so persistent. It's so consistent. It's constant. This shit doesn't stop. This shit doesn't stop. Like check this, right? This is from an hour ago. Pretty sure there's gonna be a paywall, and you know how it goes these days. You can't just access an article. You have to spend money to access information nowadays. Even though it's the information age, it's also the fucking subscription age. Okay, so check this out. So obviously we can't read the article because we've been selected to pay only $1 for 6 months. Fuck that. But this article, the title is "Abuse Survivors Warn Resolution Could Thwart Bill to Open a Window to Claims Against the Catholic Church." I think that explains itself. But look at this. This is 6 hours ago. 6 hours ago. Pastor guilty of sexual battery after woman went to him for marital counseling. Okay, I mean, like, fam. I mean, like, do we need to go into the fucking story? Do we need to go into the details? I mean, I think we've seen more than enough. But, the fact of the matter is, this is the type of shit that happens